Hour of call. It's good to have you guys all here today. It's good to join together with everybody. Today is a wonderful day. We have a lot of opportunity ahead of us. We have a lot of cool things to talk about, and we have answers to a lot of your questions. So, for those of you, I guess there's some people in the chat that are. There's some guys in the chat asking about getting into the platform. Yeah, they're just pushing a big update, so there's like a slower load time, but everything's good. The program's up and running. You'll be able to log in a little bit. There's a really high amount of traffic today, but yeah, if you try through the web app, if you try through like your app, maybe try through the web browser. If you try through the web browser normally, then maybe try through the web app. Try and work your way around to get in. But yeah, it's just a login thing. We're just pushing a big update. So there's it's a little slower to log in as the servers are updating, but it's all good, man. The program is working. So a lot of you guys have questions. A lot of you guys have seen things in the news. A lot of you guys are worried about stuff. It's just a matrix attack, just an attack from the matrix. These things tend to happen as you try to do something important and valuable in the world. But the good news is, and the title of today's video gives a clue, and I wish I could tell you guys about all of the deeper meanings to this, but invincibility and immortality is a choice. If you set your life up in a way where you live beyond any possible reproach, then there is no attack that can actually work upon you, right? You have power over that type of thing, right? Now, the interesting thing about this whole situation that's playing out for everybody is that this is not, the OG's fine. He's going to be fine. He's smart. He doesn't do anything illegal, and he has good lawyers on retainer. He'll be fine. The interesting thing here is that this is not designed to really affect him. It's designed to affect the minds of people in the world, right? Like everything inside of the Matrix, it is all inside of your mind, right? This is just all of reality is just a bunch of stuff in your perception. So I don't know how many of you have actually watched the Matrix. If you haven't, after you finish your daily checklist today, I recommend you watch it because there's a lot of interesting parallels, a lot of interesting lessons inside of that movie. And I recommend you take a watch of that movie to understand a little bit about what's going on today. Let me take a look. Yeah, everyone can see. Yeah. Okay. So just want to make sure the audio is working. I was like right at 9 o'clock, sat down to actually hit the button here. So it's been. I just want to make sure the audio is set up for everybody. So. But the thing about the movie is like Neo, once he's pulled out of the Matrix and he goes back in, he spends his entire time trying to understand and realize that everything around him isn't real. That it's all things that happen inside of his brain. There's a famous scene, and I probably can pull it up later, where Neo and Morpheus, he's downloaded all this information inside of his brain, which is kind of what I try to do with you guys, is just download as much information as possible. But there's a moment when he then goes into the fighting simulator with Morpheus, and they're doing the kung fu sparring, right? They're doing all that crazy fun stuff. They're running around, flipping around walls. And there's a point in there where Morpheus is like kicked Neo or thrown him down, and like Neo is getting up off the ground, and he's breathing really hard. And Morpheus says something to him. He said, "Do you think that your ability to move has anything to do with like the rules of physics or something like that?" And he's like, "Do you think that's air that you're breathing?" And Neo realizes that, I'm in a simulation and this is just all my perception. And he gets up and he's not breathing after that. He's just moving as quickly as he can think. He's moving at the speed of his thoughts, which is significantly faster. And everyone that's watching the simulation thinks it's great and they run over and watch. But do you think that is air you're breathing? Is a line that Morpheus uses. And it makes Neo realize it's not, right? All of this preconception, this worry, this fear, this tiredness that I feel, it all exists inside of my mind. It doesn't exist in, let's call it, reality. And he was able to transcend it by stepping above it, right? Later in the movie, when he's fighting Agent Smith, at the very, very end, right, he comes back from the dead and they're fighting, and he's just like sitting there, and he realizes that Agent Smith is just a hologram. He can see the code. It's just nothing. He's just like deflecting them. The bullets come, and he just stops them with the power of his mind. He becomes invincible through the power of choice. The Matrix throws its attacks at him, and he just negates their power with his mind, because all they can do is kill you in your mind, right? That's how people die inside of the Matrix, right? They get shot, and the mind makes it real inside of the body. Back in the Nebuchadnezzar, for example. The reason I took a deep dive into the Matrix just now is because I want to help you guys understand this. The Matrix throws attacks at your perception. They want you to feel afraid. They want you to feel like things are in a bad spot. They want you to feel like there's no hope. They want you to feel afraid. They want you to run. That's what they want you to do. That's the whole point of a Matrix attack. It's all psychology. It's all an attack on your mind as a human being. You can choose to negate the entirety of that attack by just choosing to rise above it or choosing to completely not focus on it. They're trying to take you away from the path that is pushing you towards financial freedom by distracting you with something that isn't even real. That's how the Matrix works. It's your choice to let that bullet bounce off of you and continue pushing forward towards financial freedom, right? The path is still there and will always be there. This program is not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to wake up every morning and do a live call with you guys and continue to teach you guys lessons and provide you guys with all the tools you need to be successful as possible as a copywriter. And in your life, there'll be a million things that arise that try and take you away from that path. A million things. From this to that thing, situation, this thing in the news, this family, this twist, this turn. There's always twists and there's always turns, but the path is always there. And it's a choice whether you're going to continue to walk it or not. Whenever something comes up and people get all emotional, I can tell who the scared people are and who the people are who aren't going to really make it. Because if you become emotional and freak out over tiny little things that pop up, that usually means that you don't have the courage to sit there and fight in the foxhole like you need to be successful in this world, right? I judge men personally, whether on this filter. I look at them and I ask myself, if I had to go to war, would I trust this man to fight in the foxhole next to me? That's my filter. That's my filter when I meet men. I shake their hands and I listen to them talk and I see how they act and we go through hard things and I see, would I trust this man in war? Would I trust this man if I had to stand and fight enemies? Would I actually trust this man? And if he ever panics, if he ever acts emotional, if he ever falls for a Matrix attack, I tell myself, I can't trust this man. He's not the man I want by my side. But the people who can stay strong, who can rise above it with their mind and focus on what they need to do and keep doing what they need to do, those are the men I trust and those are the men I seek out to have beside me. And thankfully, I've found a few of those and it's made my life significantly better. And I've been able to conquer quite a bit of wonderful things inside my life because of my association with those men. So as you all sit throughout today and the upcoming days and you see the Matrix attacks coming, I hope you all are able to calmly, like Neo, realize that it's all an attack in your mind. You're able to step above it and able to do amazing things. It's a choice. It's actually a choice. Immortality, being invincible, because when the Matrix attack, they can only attack with ideas, and you have control over the ideas that you allow into your brain, the ideas that you allow to grow strength. Right? You have control over this, so you can always dismantle any attack that the Matrix sends at you. It's a matter of emotional control. It's a matter of choosing to be unaffected. So, for all of you today out there who are worried, what's going to happen? What's wrong with my login? Relax. Control your emotions. Focus on the path. You'll be able to log in. Just wait a little bit. The server's updating. Refresh the page. Try logging in through a different part of the app. You'll be able to get in. I'm in the program. I'm answering questions in there right now. I was doing that right before we did the call. So the program's still up. The path is still there. I just released something yesterday, guys, inside the AI chat that blew my mind. I was able to use AI to create a software program without me doing or touching or modifying the code at all. I mean, I copied and pasted things into a file and hit save, and that was it. And I created a software program using AI. That's insane. And the opportunities that it's created is insane. I laid in bed and I thought of 4 different products I can create, software products that I can create and bring to the program to help you guys progress faster through it and do better things. I'm really excited to release those over the next couple of days because the future is bright with new opportunities, and it's going to be a choice that you will have to make. Do you want to rise to the occasion and take advantage of those opportunities while ignoring all the craziness that comes, or do you want to succumb to the Matrix attacks and be defeated inside of your own brain? For me, the choice is clear. There's a bright, bright future full of opportunities, and no matter what, I will be there. We will be there. The whole program will be there. Everything will still be together. The path will always be there, no matter what little Matrix attacks occur in the meantime. So, guys, log in, get inside the program. Let's continue to work. We've got a wonderful, wonderful future ahead of us. I have exciting things to release today inside the program. I've got things to share with you guys. But let's carry on. Let's choose to be invincible. Let's choose to be extremely successful, and let's make it happen through the power of our mind. My friends, this has been a good call. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow, just like I do every single day for the upcoming infinity of the future. Talk to you guys tomorrow. There it is.